So like I said, there did seem to be a connection here between the 4 individuals and the suspects involved. Now, Captain Adam Myrick is actually going to join me now to give us a live update on where this investigation stands right now. So what can you tell us right now about where this investigation stands?
We have crime scene investigators inside the apartment collecting potential evidence, and their work includes an absolute, very meticulous process, and they'll try to piece together a sequence of events that happened in the late morning hours, and a lot of that will help us as we move forward in our continuing work.
So tell us about the investigation outside and inside of the apartment. I know that you've obtained a search warrant and that you also had a canine unit out here. Talk to me a little bit about those aspects of it.
A canine police dog was brought in sometime after the incident just to see if there was potentially a track away. In other words, someone would have left the area on foot, to see if that canine could detect that in any way. I've not received any sort of information indicating that the dog was able to do that. The work inside, thanks to the search warrant, takes us inside the apartment, and that's where the crime scene investigators are doing their work. It's very slow, it's very methodical. We'll be here for a while longer as, again, we continue to collect that evidence.
And what does the timeline look like for getting any suspects or any information on potential suspects in this case?
We will go where the investigation leads us, and that process could also be quite lengthy. And so right now we don't want to overassure anyone that we're going to be able to share information about a suspect on any established timeline. But rest assured that because of our great relationship with law enforcement agencies around the region, and also including our time speaking with the individual who was able to make it out of the apartment, we've got some information that we're piecing together, and that's what we're working from here as we continue on with our next step.
And I know that I've spoken to many neighbors in this area who are pretty shocked by this incident. Talk to me a little bit about what the response has been from neighbors and family now that has been on the scene. Very upsetting for them, as we've all been witnessing over the last few hours.
As detectives have made their way around to the different apartments and knocked on those doors, they have been met with not alarm, but certainly concern and also surprise. And that's a part of our work, is we're seeing what they saw, what they might have heard, and then seeing if they have any information to share with us that will help us, not just about this morning, but maybe in the days and even the weeks leading up to today. So that's what we've been doing, and it's important that we share with them and with viewers that we don't have any reason at this point to believe that this was a random act. There was some sort of association, some sort of connection, and the specific details of that, that's what we're looking into right now.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that update. If you have any information on this case, I know that you have asked people to call 1-800-CRIME-SC for any sort of tip. If you have any information, no tip is too small. Thank you very much for all of that information. Live in Lexington, Emily Wakeman, WIS News 10.
All right, Emily.